shit. What's going on, guys and gals? My name is Knockoff Fluttershy, and welcome to a live stream of Minecraft. Now I'm just gonna be... I cannot join cross-platform games without a Microsoft account. Well, fuck you! I tried signing in my Microsoft account, and it's not gonna fucking let me. So, yeah, we're just gonna create a new world, and, I'm gonna do some shit. Mode because I don't care. I'm just gonna fucking play Minecraft. Bonus chest, why not? Mew. I'm just gonna call it Mew because why not? I am the operator because I need to have more control. Infinite or flat, I don't really care. I like infinite. Fun is infinite. Sega Enterprises. I'm gonna do a 6, kind of, you know, whatever. Coordinates I don't care about. Immediate respawn, I don't really care. Creation of custom biomes. New game test framework. Wow, they have all this shit right here. Fucking things I never thought I'd see in Minecraft on console. Now, this would never happen on the PS3. And I mean, ever. This would not ever be a thing on PS3 or Xbox 360 or anything like that. Maybe, if you're lucky, maybe the Wii U, but the Wii U is fucking dead. No one cares about it anymore. I mean, I care about it. I want it. I want to get the Wii U. But look at that shit. You have console commands you can enter. I mean, what? I'm playing console, bitch. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I always found that interesting. When I first played this game a few months back, it's like, oh, well, I mean, there's console, you know, you get all this, you get basically PC-like structures and shit like that. And I'm really interested in this. I think that there needs to be a lot more of video games that involve modding and custom things. Like, I mean, yeah, there's Doom and Doom 2 on PS4. They allow for, you know, different maps, but not really mods. Like Brutal Doom, that doesn't exist on there, at least not yet. Or, I haven't played Doom in a while on there, so I wouldn't fucking know. Okay? None of this really matters, because I'm in creative mode. If there's something I really want, I'll get it myself. Alright, let's find a good spot to build shit. Okay? A real good spot. Because if you can't find a good spot, well, then I guess you're just a bunch of horny goats. Well, so I'm not really saying that's a bad thing. Ooh. We could build shit down there. Nah, probably not a good idea. But let's, yeah, let's do this. We gotta make it a really good spot. Hey, okay, for some reason, my CDR disc thing decided to fall, as well as my card, my debit card. So, yeah, that's fucking happened. But yeah, I think personally, I am going to not give a shit. So yeah, I love doing it. Like, this is the problem I have with doing this on, you know, an infinite world or something that isn't flat, is the fact that I always do this. I like messing around in Minecraft, and I like making things even. If I don't see anything actually even, and, you know, that's a problem with me. But also, another problem I have is the fact that I build, or I make room for a lot of big-ass shit. And by big-ass shit, I mean huge-ass shit. Right here. Like, I'm making room for a giant mansion or something like that, but I never get that shit done. I never actually make mansions. I don't have the time or the patience for that kind of shit. Well, I mean, I have all the time in the world, pretty much. Even if I have this job, you know, that I'm a part of and whatever, I still have time. But what I don't have time for is all the things that I have to do in order to make this mansion or, you know, town or something. I mean, on the PS3 version, I have a save, which I'll probably show you in the future if I can get a capture card for my PS3, because now that's the only way I could actually get to it. I can only actually show you guys and gals without things looking like absolute shit. But you know, the problem I have is, like, Minecraft on the PS4. Yeah, you used to be able to do that kind of shit. You used to be able to, you know, you used to be able to add worlds from the PS3 edition and Vita over to the PS4. But that was a few years ago, maybe a year or two ago, and I missed out on doing that because I didn't have Minecraft. And there is no, I don't think there was a way for me to do that. Also, I didn't have a PS4 until last year, so I was trying to figure shit out. I was trying to do whatever, and I didn't get a chance to save any or all of my worlds that I made in the PS3 edition. I didn't have, you know, room to copy that shit over to my PS4. So yeah, the only way you guys and gals are ever going to get to actually see that is by doing a capture card and plugging it to a computer, which I will. One of these days I'll get a capture card for my PS3 and then for my Xbox 360. I'll probably have to have, like, separate capture cards for each of my systems that I want to capture. You know, Xbox 360, PS3, my Wii. Because it'll sure, I don't even know if they make this, but maybe a capture card for the PS2. It sure beats having really shitty quality video. Because what I have to do right now for videos that involve PS3, Xbox 360, whatever, I have to have a separate TV, and I have to, like, have two cameras, one for the face cam and another one not for the face cam, you know, just the overall gameplay and showing off the system itself and whatnot. But you know, I always do that kind of shit, and it looks like ass because I mean you get blurry sometimes on the other camera, because the camera, it's a really decent camera, video camera for computers and things, for face cams and whatever else you want to, you know, do. But it isn't really good at recording gameplay from a TV. So here I am trying to do some gameplay of, like, let's say Resident Evil 4 on the PS2, or Katamari Damacy or something like that on the PS2, and then all of a sudden I have this bright-eyed fucking idea to basically just make a video, right? Well, I have to, like, point a camera at the TV, like, and I mean actually point the camera at the TV like we're old school YouTubers. And I mean old school, because, like, I used to watch a lot of videos back in the day where that was the quality. I watched PKGM do it. I watched a bunch of other people do it. I watched myself do it. I mean, there is so many people I used to watch back in the day that didn't have the time or the money, or didn't even care about, you know, professional quality videos. Like, again, like myself included. And it was all just if you wanted to record gameplay, and also options back then were limited. You know, options back in 2011, 2012. And I started watching shit back in like 2010, 2011 on YouTube. But those options were fucking limited. And I mean, very limited. I don't think there was actually capture cards that were really good back then. If they even existed back then. I don't know when capture cards started. But, I mean, we don't have the technology that we do now. Well, we didn't. So, I mean, if you really wanted to record gameplay, you had to either buy another camera, connect that one to some bullshit, whatever, and then you had to, you know, do other things, or just do what a lot of other people did, and point the camera or the camcorder or whatever at, no matter if you had a camera that costed you fucking $100 or $1,000. I mean, the quality still looked almost the exact same. I mean, it was really dark. Sometimes you couldn't, you couldn't even capture all of TV. And sometimes it was just a pain in the ass nonetheless that you had to do that. But if you really wanted to show people things, that's what you had. Now, I still have that. And in a way, I mean, it's still cool to do that. But when there's other options out there, like I said, you know, different cards, you know, video cards or capture cards for PS3 and things like that. There you go. And honestly, I think if you want to record longer than an hour on PS4, I think you have to have a capture card. Because, like, normally what Sony does for the PS4, once you record for an hour, then you can upload it. Anything past an hour or over an hour, that will not be recorded for some reason. Or it will be recorded, but it's going to take a part of the video you've already made within that hour and basically replace it with whatever. I mean, it sucks, okay? You don't know how many times I've made videos on the PS4. And, you know, that ended up sucking ass because it missed the very beginning of the game. The very beginning of the game, you know, where I would say, yeah, what's going on, guys and gals? My name is Mecha Fluttershy, and blah, 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 you know, whatever. But, I mean, that's why I had to make that, that video of me showing off my, basically, you know, my reactions to, Death Stranding and the graphics in the game. Because, I mean, you missed out on my overall reaction to it because the video was over an hour. Well, you guys and girls saw about 58, 59 minutes, but it was over an hour of recording. And a few minutes of that is all it takes for things to get fucked over and fucked up. So, yeah, a capture card might be the better way to go. And from what I see and hear, you can connect that shit to OBS. And I love OBS. I love using OBS. OBS is the best software I ever had for, and it's free as well. And I really do hope that for future generations, you know, future YouTubers and Twitch streamers and other people, that it stays that way. Because, you know, a lot of people think, oh, well, it's free, so that means it sucks ass. No. I mean, not always. I mean, sometimes the best free-to-play things or free-to-download things are the best. I mean, I don't know if they still do, but back in the day, you know, Markiplier and I think it was PewDiePie, they used to use OBS all the time in their videos. I mean, and it was proven. So, I mean, if it's used by people like Markiplier and PewDiePie, two of the biggest fucking YouTubers on YouTube right now, and in the gaming scene, you know, on gaming on YouTube, you know, that says something about OBS. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get OBS. Oh, okay, so Markiplier and And PewDiePie endorsed this shit right here. So I'm going to try it out and see if it's good. And that was one of the reasons. Another reason is I was looking for a free option for recording things. And damn, there are so many options. You could easily do a face cam. You could easily do this and do that. You don't have to spend fucking thousands of dollars on a camera, you know, to do a face cam. Just buy a simple webcam from like Amazon or eBay, whatever. Maybe for a friend or something. Plug it into your computer. Install the drivers for said camera. Video camera. And then load up OBS, and there you go. You got a face cam for you. Or if you want to do vlogs, or just, you know, an update as to what's happening and certain things, like, you know, some YouTubers do. Or if you just want to talk in a video, there you go. I mean, it's really easy to set up, really easy to use. There is so much customization in OBS. I mean, if you have shitty internet, I mean, you can make it to where your videos look like ass to match with whatever. And I know some of my subscribers and viewers that have watched my videos throughout time and space, they have shitty internet, and they still have shitty internet. So they don't always have the best option for these videos to watch or to record or whatever. So they have to deal with that, and OBS is fucking just perfect when it comes to that. OBS is what I think everybody needs to have in their library for recording or for video making. Now, honestly, I think the people that make OBS, you want to know what they should do, in my opinion? I think what OBS should do, they should make an editing software, editing program. And I don't mean like VideoPad editor. I mean, really, yeah, it could be like that, you know. So I love using VideoPad editor. It's a decent editing software tool, you know, for what you get for free. But what I think they need to do is make a really good editing software, either within OBS or as its own thing. Because sometimes, you know, you want to edit your videos. You want to make your videos look nice and look better than they already are, or any better in general. Like my videos, they fucking suck. My videos are just ass. So any amount of editing would probably improve it and shit like that. But I would say, to make things even better, you know, make an editing software for OBS, or maybe like an expansion to OBS where there is editing. Like make it a separate application but made by the same people. And I mean, because I would love to do a lot of editing for videos, and I would love to do certain things with these videos. I'd like to learn how to make my videos better and potentially get more people in, you know, to watch my content. I mean, it's great that I have, you know, last I checked, as of this live stream, right, you know, me speaking right now, it's nice that I have 660 subs. That's nice. I love that. You know, thank you all so much for the support. But imagine what would happen if I actually put effort into my videos and I didn't just click record or, you know, go live and then there you go. Imagine if I actually gave a shit and I started to do more hardcore editing. I mean, you guys and gals have seen me do editing before where I merge clips together. That's the most basic shit of basic shit. Anybody who's anybody can easily merge clips together. And I mean, anybody can do that. It's so easy. And all you gotta do is put two clips together. Two separate video files together. And there you go. You're done. like I said, really easy. I want to do something like add special effects to my videos and, you know, whatever. But I just don't really care. I mean, yeah, it would be nice to do that kind of stuff and make my videos a little bit more fun and interesting and things like that, and bring in a decent amount of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be awesome. But, whatever. It's fine. Alright, so, yeah, and this is what I was talking about. Oh, shit. Alright, so, yeah. But yeah, I think, you know, a lot of people should do OBS if they haven't already. And with OBS, that's like the best video recording software I've seen. Yeah, sure, Bandicam is pretty cool, but if you get the free version of Bandicam, it's got that annoying watermark, and I hate that shit. So, I mean, that's the thing. It's like OBS is free to use, but it doesn't have an annoying watermark. I mean, you can put one in there if you want, your own watermark, but you can make it very subtle, or you can make it non-existent, or you can make it very well known. I mean, you can do a lot of things in OBS. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep fucking doing this for a while, you know what I'm saying? It's a thing that I do. So yeah, 22 minutes into the live stream, and I haven't really done much of anything. No actual building. I'm just making way for shit. You know what I'm saying? Making way for a lot of shit. So much shit that you can't shit out my shit. I think this is gonna be it, though. I think this is gonna be enough for whatever. We're gonna have to close off some areas here and make it so you don't fall off of shit when you're actually doing this. Oh, you know what I think they should actually add to, you know, PS4? More Yu-Gi-Oh games. Yeah, you have Yu-Gi-Oh! Not Duel Links, Yu-Gi-Oh! Something. I forgot what the game was called. But you have Yu-Gi-Oh! There needs to be a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh! games. On the PS3, there were a few Yu-Gi-Oh! titles. On the PS2, there were some. PS1, I think there was like one or two. So yeah, why not have more Yu-Gi-Oh! On the PS4? Why not port over Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links somehow to the PS4? I'd love to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on PS4. Just copy over your save data from like Steam or something like that, and then there you go. You could easily start playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Just gotta find some way to do that, and I think that would be a really great idea. I mean, imagine how many more people could actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links now if they actually went through with that. A lot more. I would say make Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links available for everything. It's already on Android. It's already on PC. So you got a lot of fan bases there. But imagine if it was on console, Nintendo Switch. Yeah, because I think Duel Links would be great for Nintendo Switch. PS4, PS5 maybe, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, you know, that sort of thing. Make it for every available platform. And I would say you would go crazy. I mean, okay, here's the thing. When Valkyrie Connect came out on Android, it was fucking crazy. It's a good game. I love Valkyrie Connect. But when it came out for PC, you know, you could download it from Steam. That made me go even more crazy because I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I get to finally play more Valkyrie Connect and whatever. Because before, what I was doing, I was using an emulator called Nox. A really good emulator in my opinion. I think Nox is like the best emulator for Android. Next to BlueStacks, I believe, from what I've heard. I don't know, I don't use BlueStacks, so I wouldn't know all that much about it. I use Nox. That's all I use for Android emulation. But at least now I had another way to play it. And it's more accessible to me. So I played it. I got my account. I made a new account. And I made it with Steam. So if something were to happen to the game, or if I were to switch computers or something like that, I would at least have the save file for Steam. Within Steam, so I wouldn't have to, you know, worry too much about any of that. I wouldn't have to worry too much about, you know, losing my save data, because I already did that once. I already fucking did that once, on the Android version on when I had my Kindle Fire tablets back in the day. You know, I had a lot of, you know, progress on there. I had so many characters had already been unlocked. Did that llama just spawn in? But yeah, I had so many characters already unlocked. And I had made so much progress on that game. I had some of the crossover characters, like, I think I had Rin or something from the Vocaloid Hatsune Miku series. I was trying to get Hatsune Miku, I was trying to get this and that. I had some other characters that I'm never able to get back again unless they do another crossover event. But if they don't, then guess who's fucked and out of a few characters? Yeah. Now some of you are wondering, you know, why don't I have my tablets anymore? Well, long story short, the police ended up stealing them from me. They stole from me. So yeah, I can't really use it right now. And it's not like I could just buy a new tablet and then, you know, log in to my Amazon account, because I would still have to have the cache memory of that game. So basically, no matter what, I would have to start the game from scratch all over from the very beginning. I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep playing on PC, on Steam. And there you go. You know, that's something I love doing. But also, I'm just glad that I can have that option. Because I'm thinking about getting an upgrade to my computer. Getting like a whole new computer. Which I love this computer. I love the computer I've already got. You know, $100 for a computer is not bad. Especially the one that I want. And what I want is, you know, a Windows 7 computer, yeah, an operating system. And I know, yeah, I could get Windows 10 and then downgrade to 7. But that's so much work. I'd rather have a computer that already has Windows 7 on it. You know what I'm saying? It's really something I want. And in order to do that, I had to pay $100. Which is, I mean, for a computer, that's not bad. I mean, I can get some decent frame rates in Minecraft on, you know, on there, and I could easily play certain games. I can fucking run BioShock Infinite, which that in itself is fucking, it's great. I can run BioShock at any point in time on there because, hey, you know, I have BioShock now. So yeah. Dun dun do, do do do, do do do, do do. Ba ba ba, la ba ba, la ba ba, ba ba do. Yum 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 do 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 do. Where's the stone? All right, find the stone. Wherever the fuck it is. That's cobblestone. Where's regular stone? Fuck. Okay. There we go. So let me know, guys and gals, down below in the comments, if you're watching this as a normal video or whatever. What is the craziest thing you've ever seen in Minecraft? Like, whether it be something that someone has built, or something that you built yourself, or, you know, any number of things. You know, what is the craziest thing you've ever seen in Minecraft? Was it that fabled Herobrine bullshit? It's like, oh yeah, I saw Herobrine. Nah, you really didn't. You probably just saw someone. The fuck? But you probably saw someone dressed as Herobrine because they have some Herobrine skins available, at least on the PS3 edition. I think Xbox 360 as well. They don't. I don't know if you actually can do Herobrine on PS4 or not. I know you can on PC because PC is the master race. It has like all the possible skins you could possibly want and then some. Like on PC, my skin that I have on is Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, my waifu is in the game now because I put her in there. And even if I don't have the DDLC mod for Minecraft, I still have Monica in the game. And yeah, I think it's a good thing to have. Boom 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 dee doo. Dun dun boo la boo boo la boo boo la doo doo. Dun dun boo 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 dee doo 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 la doo boo boo. I'm a cat. And I said mew. I'm a cat. And I said mew. And that's all I ever do. Yeah. I just realized I fucked that up to no end. I guess I could use that, no problem. Bow ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da ba da da da. Do 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 oh no, I'm going crazy over Sonic the Hedgehog 3 music, which I fucking love. Sonic 3. Actually, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is my all-time favorite Sonic game of the trilogy. Yeah, Sonic 2 is good. You know, Sonic 1 was obviously a fucking masterpiece because it spawned a franchise that you wouldn't have expected, you know, to rival Mario and still succeed. But you know, Sonic 3 is the best of the Sonic trilogy. And when you get to games like Sonic Adventure, that game. Okay, you know, okay, some people are gonna call me crazy for this. out of the entire trilogy of Sonic adventure games, I know there's only two, but I'm considering Sonic Heroes to be the third game. Right? I mean, that's what my thoughts are. Some people also agree with me on that. It's like, oh yeah, Sonic, Heroes is Sonic Adventure 3 because they didn't make a Sonic Adventure 3, at least not yet. So until then, I'm just gonna fucking say that Sonic, Heroes is Sonic Adventure 3. And I think that game is the best out of that series of games, Sonic Heroes. Because I played a lot of Sonic Heroes growing up. So, I mean, in a way, I'm basically nostalgia blind. It's like, oh yeah. And yeah, look, nowadays I can look past all the flaws that it has. I can see the game for what it is. And it's like, oh yeah, this game's a lot of flaws. Like the camera could be an asshole sometimes, and sometimes some weird glitches happen that you wouldn't even expect to happen in a Sonic game. Well, until Sonic 06 comes out a few years later. But, yeah. And some people are even more crazier than I am, saying that Sonic 06 is the true Sonic Adventure 3. No, that game is a fucking mess and a half. Now, I've never played it, but I want to. That's the thing. I've never fucking played Sonic 06, but I want to. I've heard of how bad that game is, and I want to see for myself just how bad it is. And I have an Xbox 360. I can play it. I'll even buy a fucking PS3 from Amazon or eBay, and then buy a copy of Sonic 06 for that, if I absolutely have to. Because, I mean, I want to see how bad that fucking train wreck is. I want to see just how much I'll be dying laughing at how bad the game can be. But you get the idea. It's a Sonic game. It has its place in history. Do 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 do. Oh no, I'm losing my shit. I'm losing my piss. Mortal Kombat. Now, one thing I have to say about Minecraft that I think a lot of people can agree with is the music is fucking awesome. I love the music in Minecraft. The music is like so peaceful and shit. And when I first heard Sweden, which is like the one everybody fucking talks about when it comes to Minecraft music. I mean, they always say the same thing. This is like the most nostalgic piece of music ever, and probably gaming. I mean, yeah, Super Mario Brothers 1 has some good music, and Skyrim has some good music, and a lot of games have just beautiful pieces in them. Halo, that's the fucking national gamer anthem right there. But, Minecraft music, there's something about Minecraft. Whoever did the composing for the game really did a great job at it, and made it so just gorgeous. Get over that. I mean, for every game that's like Doom, where they have the heavy metal fucking just music blasting through your goddamn vagina or penis and going through your ass cheeks at the speed of sound, crushing your soul, making you fucking just a badass, at whatever it is you're doing. I mean, at Doom's Gate goes with fucking everything. Just in the same way that the BFG division goes with everything as well, it seems like. But I think you know, there needs to be some music that isn't so heavy metal. And again, I love heavy metal music. I love music like Doom and what Doom was capable of at the time. I mean, Doom, in general, is a very revolutionary game. Not just in music, but gameplay as a whole. I mean, you have this game, this first-person shooter game. Yeah, Wolfenstein was good. Yeah, Wolfenstein came first. So technically, Wolfenstein is the whole reason why FPS games even exist. But Doom made what was great about Wolfenstein 3D and turned that shit on its ass. On its head ass, whatever. And just made it even better. More blood, more gore, more just badassery. And you want to know something else? That's the game people always talk about by the, you know, id Software, Bethesda. Yeah, sure, some people talk about, you know, Wolfenstein. But they always talk about Doom a whole lot more. And why is that? Because Doom is better than Wolfenstein. I mean, what's more better than a lone space marine going around killing the forces of fucking hell, you know, with badass gun selections and this and that, you know, fighting, you know, the Dark Lord and Doom Eternal, and which is basically himself, and you're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing everything that you ever possibly want to do and blah blah blah, you know. And also, think about it, Doom, especially on PC, actually only on PC, is the game where you will find the most amount of mods for. There are 3 games, or actually no, technically 4 games, that everybody mods. And I mean everybody. And that would be Doom, you know, the original Doom and Doom 2. Minecraft, Call of Duty World at War, and Skyrim. Those 4 games alone, you will be playing mods for the rest of your fucking life. Because there's so many mods to, you know, explore, and there always be, you know, more being created as time goes on. And it just proves how much of a classic. I mean, hell, look at Doom. A game that was released in the fucking 90s on a floppy disk back in the day, for fuck's sake. And you could have the blood, you could crash Doom on even the most badass of computers. Now, how do you crash Doom? Well, you install fucking holyhell.wad, which has a bunch of, you know, demons. They take the demons and they put it up to a fucking 11. And then you combine that with Brutal Doom. Brutal Doom right there will crash your fucking computer if it's not up to par. With only, you know, certain settings being enabled. You know, turn the blood up to an 11, turn the gore up to an 11. You know, have it where spent casings, you know, spent bullets and everything like that, and, you know, blood stays on the ground and things like that. Make it to where that happens, and you're going to require a fucking decent computer to run it. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to play some Brutal Doom at all. You're just going to be busy yelling at your computer, hey, fuck you! Fuck you, little bitch, I'm over here trying to play some Doom, and you're over here, you're not allowing it. Well, I mean, some computers, they don't like you because you're trying to do a lot more things than you probably should be doing with your computer. I mean, once you have that giant, you know, old school porn on your, you know, computer, you're gonna need to do something else with that computer and shove it up your ass. I don't know, but you know, it's amazing to think that we as a society in gaming, the gaming community and society as a whole, can in a few years make advances that you would never have noticed before. I mean, we went from a fucking old school games like Doom and Doom 2 that you can play on your old grandma's computer. I can play Doom on a Windows XP that's riddled with fucking viruses and is so old it can't run any game at all except for Doom. But now we have games like Doom Eternal, and we have games like Mass Effect, and we have games like fucking Skyrim. We have games that are you would never expect to exist back in the day. Like, you would never need 1 or 2 terabytes of memory on your computer. Back in the day, you were lucky to even have maybe a few gigabytes of memory. But, and you know, and storage and things like that. But nowadays, we have fucking terabytes of storage. We have SSD, which makes things go faster, faster load times, and may or may not affect the performance by making the performance a little bit better of the game. We have graphics cards that you would never even... I mean, back in the day, back when Windows 95, 98, Vista, NT, you know, those, and XP, when they came out, no one knew what a fucking graphics card was. They had never even heard of such bullshit in their life. But as years went on, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, we see an increase in games with really demanding graphics, really demanding power. Games like Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, and other games, they demand you feed them the most power you have ever felt in your life. And by that, I mean you have to get really good graphics cards, really good amounts of RAM, really good hard drives and SSDs, and everything else that you would need. You'd have to alter some settings in game if you have to. I mean, it takes a lot to make Doom, 2016 run on your computer. And if you can't do that, well, you are fucked as a fiddle on a Friday. Thus, in theory, video games have come a long-ass way. And I mean a long-ass way. I mean, so much so that people are still debating what is better, console or PC. Now, okay, let me get into some of that. Let me get into console versus PC. What my thoughts are on the whole damn thing. Because, I mean, I don't know, no one really gives a shit about my opinion, but I'm gonna give my fucking opinion anyway. So, my thoughts on the whole, and I'll make a separate video on this one at some point, but my thoughts on, console versus PC. Oh, which is better? Do I prefer playing on PS4 or PS3 and things like that, or do I prefer playing on a PC, on a computer? Well, both. But if I had to pick one, it would probably be computer. However, both systems, both types, they have their advantages and their disadvantages. Now, let's get to the advantages of both. The advantages of a PC is that, with a computer, it is extremely customizable. You can customize fucking anything and everything with, anything. You can make your fucking computer do things you never thought was possible with console, and probably isn't possible, with console. You could have RGB lighting. You could have really powerful RAM and SSDs. You could put graphics cards in there. You could do this and do that. You can make your computer as powerful as you want. Probably more powerful than a fucking PS4, more powerful than a PS5, PS3 combined. I mean, you can do a lot with computers. Meanwhile, with a console, like a PS4 or PS3, whatever, most likely you're still stuck with, the software and the hardware that's already on your console. and it's really hard to change if at all possible. You know, if you can. I don't really think you actually can alter it. I mean, some people could, but it's not going to change the performance of how games run on there. And you also have a chance of fucking up your PS4, PS3, whatever. So basically what I'm getting at here is it's a lot easier and overall better to customize your computer over customizing a game console. Sure, you can add stickers and skins to your console and controller to make it more unique and more, well, you. But that's all there really is. And PC has that advantage. You know, ultimate customization. You can make a computer look like a fucking creeper from Minecraft. I mean, Linus Tech Tips did that shit. And in addition, you know, there's a lot more that you can actually do with computers that you can't do on console. For example, modding. Now, yes, there is mods on Minecraft and you know, Doom to an extent on, and also you know, Fallout and Skyrim and things like that on PS4 and Xbox One. But that is where the problem comes in. They're only small. They're fucking limited as piss compared to the you know, to PC. PC, they can mod fucking anything that they want. There's mods out there that you would never expect to exist at all on here. You know, like I said, Brutal Doom. That shit turns the game Doom, and it makes it into a more violent, more bloodier, more gorier fucking mess of awesomeness. You don't see that shit on console at all. You're lucky if you can get holyhell.wad to be on, you know, the PS4 and Xbox One versions of Doom. But also, while we're talking about mods, it's a lot more easier to customize mods on PC than it is on console. So that's another thing. You know, and so here you are, you just played Doom. What the fuck was that all about? But you actually had Doom on PC. And, well, here you go, making like 5 billion different mods for the game. Meanwhile, on the console version, you've only got a few mods for Doom. And also Minecraft and the same thing. You know, Minecraft is all tied to the same thing, you know, the Bedrock Edition right now. So you have a little bit more options. But if this were Minecraft on the Xbox 360 or PS3, guess what? There's no fucking mods there. You'd have to probably jailbreak your game console in order to do that. Which brings me to my next option. Or my next thing. PC, there's a lot you can already do on a computer. Not just with gaming, but in general. Right out of the box, right out of the gate. You don't have to do any hardware modifications, you don't have to do any software modifications. It's just there from the get-go. As long as you have the proper, you know, RAM and graphics and storage and whatever, you can do pretty much anything you've ever wanted on a computer. But on console, you have to mod your console if you want to do anything. Like emulation. Emulation, you know, right out of the box, a computer can emulate anything. PS3, PS2, PS1, Game Boy Color, things like that. But if you want to do modding on a PS3 or something like that, you have to mod your console. You have to find a way to jailbreak that shit. It's a lot more work than it needs to be. So, in theory, it's not all that good, you know, compared to PC. So honestly, I think PC is overall better than console, but I do enjoy consoles. Now with that being said, there's also some downsides to not console, but downsides to you know, PC gaming. And that would be if you want to play some of the newer games like Doom Eternal, you have to upgrade your memory and your graphics card. You have to fucking upgrade everything. Meanwhile, if you buy a PS4, if you have a PS4, you can play that game no problem. You don't need to buy any enhancements for your PS4 or Xbox One or Switch or anything like that in order to play Doom. But if you want to play Doom on a computer, you have to make sure your graphics card is up to check. You have to make sure your RAM's up and working. You have to make sure that, you know, you're ready for that kind of shit. Because, I mean, some people, I don't really know why they do this, because, I mean, a graphics card and RAM is only good for several years, and they're putting out graphics cards faster than that. But when it comes to things like that, I mean, everybody, they always waste their money. Like, let's say a NVIDIA GTX or RTX 3090 or something like that exists, which it does. Well, when the next few models of said graphics cards come out, they're going to buy that. They're going to get rid of their old graphics cards that still work pretty decently enough, and they're going to get rid of it and install the new one. Like, okay, well, you're wasting money, I would say, on something like that. So, don't really do that, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's your money, your computer, do whatever the fuck you want. But at the end of the day, you know, if I want to play Doom Eternal, I want to make sure I can play Doom Eternal. And for, you know, another thing is with, you know, with computers, there's a lot more errors that can happen. Try building your own computer from scratch and not knowing what you're doing. There's countless errors that could happen when you're trying to do that. Oh, there's no RAM, or there's not enough RAM, blah blah blah, you know. The graphics card fucking sucks. Oh, this computer doesn't want to work at all because you put in something wrong, and the cooling doesn't do what it's supposed to do, the fan sucks, whatever. There's a lot of errors that can happen when you're modifying a computer, when you're actually creating a computer, whatever. Meanwhile, on PS3 or PS4, whatever, there's not nearly as much errors. And that's just with, you know, making the console. Try having a console or a computer, kind of the same thing really, that already is made, and you buy it from like Walmart, you buy it from Target, you buy it from somewhere, anywhere, Amazon, eBay, whatever. And guess what? There's more errors to be had. Some applications just cannot run on, you know, things like Windows 10. Like, try running a Windows 95 or 98 game or a Windows XP game on a on a Windows 10. The only way you can really do that is if you have a virtual machine, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do that normally. And even with the virtual machine, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, well, you're not going to get that shit running. So there's a lot of software that you just can't run on older hardware. I mean, yes, in theory, the consoles have that problem as well, because, you know, Sony, for some unspecified fucking reason, I guess they cut the cost of the PS3. On newer models of the PS3, they took out the backwards compatibility for the PS2. So you can't play PS2 games without, you know, modifying your console or, you know, buying a new one that has the backwards compatibility in it. Meanwhile, with PC, you know, do this and do that. But there's a lot more computer games that can't be played on newer hardware. For example, try running games like Doom on a floppy disk. Guess what? There's no fucking floppy disk on a Windows 10. No, seriously, there's no fucking floppy disk on a Windows 10. Yeah, because that shit is so fucking early 90s, you know, mid to late 90s, early 2000s, that there's absolutely fucking nothing that honestly, I can kind of see where they're coming from. Floppy disks are kind of blah. But that's another problem. Is that there is so much hardware and software that's gone nowadays because of old school bullfuckery. Like, you know, oh, Windows 10 can't fucking play Windows XP. Oh, Windows 7 can't play this game. Windows 7 can't do that. You got it. Yeah. And it's another person. Oh, that's here we go again. With me ranting about computers. Oh, I got another rant for you fuckers. Oh boy. Windows has mostly two different versions. Windows 32, I believe, 32X and 64X, I believe. So if you don't have the proper oh, by the way, that's a fucking penis right there in Minecraft. But if you have a fucking Windows 32X operating system, you can't do 64X and vice versa. So, I mean, that's another problem right there. You have to make sure your fucking computer has like a 32X or a 64X. And you can only run, I believe, applications on those. I mean, maybe you could with the proper, you know, virtual machine again. But why would you want to deal with all that virtual machine bullshit when you could just do that shit straight out of the box without worrying about, you know, virtual machines and things like that? Honestly, I just think that, I mean, yeah, I love both. I love console gaming and I love PC gaming, because PC is a fucking master race when it comes to, you know, mods and overall things you can do. It's a lot easier to live stream on a computer sometimes. And honestly, I also think that in theory, when it comes to computers, it's just very odd how some people are willing to spend a whole bunch of money, though. And also, that's another thing. Some people buy a lot more. I mean, yeah, there's a lot more that goes into a computer than a console. But some people actually, they buy a whole lot more shit for their computer that they don't even need, or that they don't even have to get. Like a mouse and a keyboard, which, I mean, yeah, they need to get those in order for the thing to work. But they buy a lot more shit like RGB lighting and things like that, which makes the cost bigger. On a PS3, PS4, all you really need is the console and a controller. That's all you need, maybe a few games. But that's all you need. You don't need all this bullshit. And plus, gamers will spend several thousands of dollars in upgrades for their computer. Meanwhile, a PS4 is like $300 or so. Yeah. Get one of those. Get a PS3 for like, I mean, a used PS3 for like fucking 90 on eBay, maybe 100. And there you go. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money just for gaming. And yes, I get it. If you want to have the best of the best, you know, fucking Minecraft with RTX on and make the games look so fucking realistic, it makes you look like you're having kids in real time. It works. It fucking helps to have the best of the best. But you don't need the best of the best. And also, you know, the thing about gaming is, if it weren't for things like the Atari 2600, on, you know, this is console gaming, by the way. If it weren't for, you know, the Atari 2600, we may or may not have the technology we do now, video game wise, and also computer wise. So, honestly, I think this whole console war thing, it's like, oh, you know, PC's better than console's better than PC, whatever. Like, I think that shit needs to stop, because personally, my thoughts on the whole damn thing are just play your fucking video games, okay? It doesn't matter if it's on PC, it doesn't matter if it's on console, it doesn't even matter if it's on handheld or iOS, Android, whatever. A video game is still a video game. Now, sure, some games run better on console than handhelds or PC, but what matters the most is that you're playing the game. It doesn't really seem to matter if it's on PC or not all that often. But anyways, guys and gals, I think that's going to be it for this live stream. I know I didn't get a lot of shit done in this live stream, but it's whatever. Anyways, yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video / live stream, give this live stream / video a like if that's fine too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified of my future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else that I do. Follow me on Twitch because I do some live streams on there occasionally. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people. And Brohoof. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Even though I didn't build shit. I might build more shit in the next live stream. I have lost my ass crack.